Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at NVIDIA, AMD, and Tesla. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, if you're looking for a new broker, check out cobratrading.com/promo/StockBookie. You won't be disappointed. I've been using these guys for years. Check them out, especially if you're an active trader. cobratrading.com. All right, so NVIDIA, guys, 13 million on the day, a little bit light volume. The SPY only had like 35 million at the close, guys. We have about 13 million after hours, but 35 million. So light volume. This one had some news, I believe, maybe a couple upgrades or something, but this thing's been crawling up with the markets right back in the double top here. Pretty much what it did here. Made a high, came back, nice retrace, pulled back, almost touched the slower trend line. Now it's been bouncing around in this channel. This trend line comes from this high back in 2016. Connect the dots. This brings us right into about the $206 to $200 area. If it can break through this 192.95, actually it made a new high. We'll just call it 193. So it is going up. Here's your areas for the downside. So bulls, you got to get past this double top. We're so close to this. I can't see why we wouldn't hit 200. But a lot of time, that's what everyone's thinking, and you know technical guys are going to be shorting around 200 and this upper trend line too. So maybe they don't take it all the way up and start going and then make you chase it, bounce it around, but who knows. Great retrace, back to double top. Let's see what we get. If we go sideways, then most likely will be going up because that will be bullish consolidation over the moving averages. If this pulls back, fills the gap, and somehow, somewhere gets below the 20, 382 retrace and this key trend line. This key trend line breaks. We're going to see how it comes down, but you also have the 50 MA, this double bottom. You got a big resistance coming down with barely any going up other than, you know, two areas. And then, of course, you're going to get like 205, 210, 215, just like the DIA when it was moving up into the 220, 225, 230, all those quarter numbers and stuff like that. The bear case, little bit extended, guys, and I'm still following the monthly chart on this one. This isn't it's almost like the .com era, guys, where it just goes and goes and goes. When you get stretched from the 20 MA, that's usually a target if it pulls back. But this one's been going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, guys. So let's see if we can get to 200. There's that upper trend line right around the 205 area, and we'll have to see what happens in the next couple days on NVIDIA. But right now, guys, bulls are in charge. Tighten the stops. Just don't. You know, it's moving up on news now and upgrades, stuff like that. You know, just going to keep giving it higher price targets. Too far, too fast, guys. It needs a break. Needs to come down. I still say your 200 MA is going to be the target wherever this thing curls up. So watch for that. All right, let's go into AMD. AMD, guys, same thing. You had this channel. That was the big one. I'm going to pull these out. And then let's pull this on. So he had the channel, so it was chopping, got up here. I believe that was gap fill, or no, double top. Comes right back in. Great bearish pattern. Then they start to pop it up. You know, this is still intact, guys. It's still down, still sideways. We are back above the moving averages here. So it is in a bullish stance a little bit more. Let's put a trend line coming from here. All right, so we're above that trend line, so that's not too bad, all right? But the one I want to look at, too, would be this pivot high going into here across this area. All right, so you got that, because this was, you know, gap up, and then they just brought it down. So for me, at least, I hate connecting the lines on there, because that was just kind of a false move, got everyone on board and took them out, basically. This one's coming right back in. You have the retrace. Let's take the that's a Fibonacci retrace, guys. I'm going to put it at the lows down in here, and I'm going to put it at the high there on that high pivot. So let's see. So with that, yeah, this is great. 1420 is a big area. 1470 as well. If we get basically, you got to get above 1554 again and keep this boat rolling. And then you have these trend lines up here. I think, yeah, 1622, 17, and then 1777. If it continues up, you also have this lower trend line from this channel too. So bull case. You're above the moving averages, starting to make a move. Got to get past this candle. That's a big breakdown candle with volume. They're grinding it up each and every day. I think probably had an upgrade here, some news there, and then pop. You know, it always moves up or down on news. And then next thing you know, the thing's falling apart. So watch for that. So got to get above this, guys. Bearish, down, sideways, bearish pattern. I think there was something on the weekly on this. Yeah, weekly got an inside bar here on the weekly bearish coming into this big trend line up in here. Now, actually, check this out, guys. So we could take this trend line here and stretch it to that one. Ooh, I do like that one. So that's going to be a key one right there, guys. It's got to get above this area. Let me pull it down a little bit. Pull it down. But yeah, that's still bullish on this one too. But let me show it. Let me get this one drawn in there a little bit tighter. Yeah, I like that. Look at that. So that's coming to there. But then you have this down inside bar. Inside these bars, you got a bearish pattern setting up possibly. Even though you're above the MAs here, the 20 and the 50 and the 200, this is still slightly bearish at the top. And also you have a little topping tail there too. So until we get above that $45 or the $15, look like 45, 15.63, then this has a better chance, I believe, in going down. And I still think we're coming down to 9.95. And if the markets sell and the SPY starts to go, we're going to be down here again at 850, possibly lower. If it goes up, bulls, 1660 or 22, 1777, 2065 are going to be resistance. As it goes up, you'll have 17, 19 as the even number 2. That's just natural resistance. But you know, even here, you got a little inside bar. Couldn't get above it. Making another shot there on the weekly. Let's see if we could close up here on Friday. Let's see if we could close above 1364. That'll be a big one, but then we need follow through the following week. So AMD bulls, that's what we're looking for. Bears, just stick with it. You know, I do not have a position in this one. It could pull down. I'm waiting for it to get down somewhere in this area again, and then that's where I'll go long again on AMD. So yeah, so that's what I'll be looking for. I'll wait for the drop and then buy the dip mentality, and then, you know, because if this does dip down in here, guys, and the market's selling, the market's gonna, you know, catch a bid and start rolling again, this one will move up and give you some nice gains. So keep an eye on that. So let's go into Tesla. So Tesla, guys, you know, it's just one of those stocks, goes up, down, up, down, up, down. If you can catch those moves, you can make some pretty good money on this one. So let's go to the daily. What's saying that? You know, we go right back to double top. This is typical Tesla. Back to double top, straight back down, comes up, comes back up. This is slightly bullish. I mean, even though we have, you know, a little bit bearish pattern here, it closed right on top of the 50 MA. Bulls, you got to get back above the moving averages and make a stance. Start going sideways in a sideways consolidation to get through this double top. It's just not going to, you know, this was just a grind on an inside bar with a double top here. Hit that, right back down. I don't care about the news or anything like that. I mean, it helps the stock go up and down. But at the end of the day, you're a little bit extended, and it's a little bit more of a bearish pattern. But bulls, you got to get above the 20 and the 50 and stay above there and consolidate. Bears, just have it keep going sideways, up and down, up and down. They'll probably fill this gap down here, maybe go to double bottom. But if this double bottom cracks, then most likely we're going to 310 again, and probably this double bottom in here. So right now we're in about the 50-50 range where it could go up if we start getting a bullish stance above the MAs, or if this continues to chop, then we have a better chance of going down. But right now, you know, there's really nothing to do with Tesla. I mean, if you're long, I would you know, start to tighten the stops. If you're short, you know, from up in here possibly, then, you know, trim some off. For us, we're short-term traders trying to get in and out of these stocks. Some were long. I mean, short-term meaning it could go 6 months. Sometimes we'll hold for 9 months. Sometimes we'll hold for 2 days. You know, it depends. But a lot of these stocks that we're playing right now, they're a little longer holds, but we're playing them on the monthly. And when stocks move up like this, I mean, I can see this thing coming back down to at least $300 easily, and then lower from there, 275. And then ultimately the 20 MA, wherever that might be on the monthly chart. So you have a lot of support too from these high pivots. But look what this thing does. Straight up, down, straight up, down, straight up, down, straight up. Then it starts making lower highs, then comes back, and then catches this with the 50 MA one more time. A little bit of a trend line down. Well, no. Actually, the trend line would have been a little lower, but it caught these double bottoms here right around the 180.40 with the 50 MA. And then the market's pretty much just caught a bid, and that's what helped this thing go straight up. So it's chopping around, though, in a bullish manner, but I still think it's a little bit stretched. I think it needs to come down one more time and then possibly up move. And you got to time it with the markets. Markets are selling, this will go down. Markets keep staying like this, with 40 million on the SPY and just kind of floating, then these stocks like this can float or do whatever they want, because with light volume, it's a little bit easier to get in there and make it happen. So, all right, guys. Thanks again for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Any questions or comments, please send it to stockbookie@gmail.com, and I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. I get a lot of emails from a lot of different people, so if I missed yours, sorry about that. Then just send me another one. So, all right, guys. Thanks a lot for stopping by again. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.